Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's presentation. My name is Amanda Sutherland, and I'm an entrepreneur and an entertainer. Now, it's one of the things I have learned over the years is the art of going live. It makes such an important difference to your business, and it makes such an important difference just to your confidence as a person as well. So let me dive into some of this. What we're going to talk about today, we are going to talk about some of the transformative power that lives can have on you and your business. It help you identify your unique goals for going live, tackling some common fears, and give you some technical tips that will help you to ensure it's a smooth broadcast. It's interactive, so please ask your questions in the comments. I'm just going to go back over here. Hey, GB. Hey, Rita. So yeah, just any comments, just leave them in there for me. Hi, Barb. So glad you all could make it this morning. And Barb, I just watched yours. Don't worry about the ums. They will disappear over time. So it's just one of those things. Okay, so yeah, so just let's have a quick look at some expectations. Hey, Lorraine. I'm going to try and give you some insights, some actionable tips, and maybe just a sprinkle of inspiration. So it doesn't matter whether you're a seasoned content creator or just starting. There's always something you can learn if you come to it with an open mind. So let's get ready to kick off this discussion. So who's ready? Because I know I am. Okay, let's just pop me over onto the next page. So let's next now talk about the impact that going live can have on your business and your brand. It's not just a feature that a lot of the social platforms are. It is not a feature. It is a tool. It is a tool that allows you to elevate your brand presence in ways that other forms of content just can't. Morning, Lucia. Now, one little tip I want to give you straight up is for the glasswares among us like me, one thing you can do to prevent the little circles here from your light is you tip your glasses ever so slightly and it goes away. And that helps you get rid of the rings. That's just one little tip. Morning, Leslie. So let's start this by looking at some of the different ways that this dynamic tool that the live feature offers you. It's basically the magic is it creates that real-time connection, and it fosters that connection with people. Like in a regular form of content or a static or a pre-posted video, we couldn't be sitting here saying hello to each other. Live allows you to have that like it's like almost like a conversation, interactions with people who are interested in your brand, interested in your content. It really is gives you that chance to speak directly to your community, hear their responses, and it helps you build genuine connections. It also gives you enhanced engagement. How cool is that? Live content encourages active participation. I know you do, Lucia. I know you love going live. I still remember your first ever live on Periscope. Yes, and building relationships face to face. Yes. So live content does encourage active participation. The viewers or your people, depending on where you are, they can actually ask you questions. They can leave comments. They can react to what you're saying in real time. It makes it two-way form of engagement. And for those of us who work online, it's really, really essential to have that two-way engagement. Otherwise, you don't get the opportunity to actually understand your community. Understand your community. So I'm just looking at the comments. Hey, Ariel. Yes, Roger, that was ages ago. So, yeah, enhanced engagement. Where was I? It's an interactive game changer. It allows you to understand your audience, your ideal client, your avatar, whatever way you want to phrase that, because you're getting that two-way conversation with them. So it has a major impact on your ability to understand how best to serve the people you want to serve. It's just, yeah, it's just the most amazing. And it does help you also build a loyal following and a loyal audience, because people will tune in to get to know you that way. It just cuts down. In sales, we have the know, like, and trust you process. It's a major, major shortcut to that, because they can see you, they can understand who you are. You don't have to really do a lot extra than just be yourself. It allows you to show unfiltered authenticity. So by going live, it allows you to showcase who you are and how you create the brand, what the brand is. It's your opportunity to let your personality shine. Good morning. I really wish I could pronounce your name. Sorry. Sanganingang. I feel like I get that wrong every time. So please forgive me for that. And this is one of the parts of being authentic. I love to try and pronounce people's names right, but I'm really not sure if I've got that one right. So please let me know how to pronounce it at some point. Thank you, though, for joining me. I love that you joined. You join lots of my lives, and I love that. Thank you. It's really your opportunity to let your personality shine, share the behind-the-scenes moments, create that relatable narrative that it just resonates with your audience. And without that, if you can't resonate with them, they're not going to understand who you are or what you offer and how you can help them. It really is an essential part these days of the process. So we've got some goals. Sure have some goals in mind when we are going live, because that then helps us to create purposeful and intentional content. And that's the stuff that we need to resonate with our people. So now that you understand that it is a major impact, let's talk about setting your goals for a little bit. Identifying clear goals is like charting a course for your live content journey. It gives a direction and a purpose to each broadcast. So take a moment to reflect on what you hope to achieve with your live content. Are you aiming to increase brand awareness? Are you aiming to engage your audience? Are you aiming to drive sales? Or it could be as simple as, do you just want to showcase your expertise? Your goals will shape the content and the style of your live sessions. So ask yourself that question. What's the purpose of going live? What do I want to do in this particular live? And having that clear idea in your mind will actually help you stay on track, help you not follow the shiny balls, which I know we're all prone to doing. It just helps you, gives you meaning, gives you structure. So when all of that aligns with the transformations that you want to offer to your customers, so let me stop. I'm stumbling over my words today, sorry. And this is just one of the many joys of going live. So let me start that again. So we're thinking about the transformations you seek. As we discussed earlier, are you looking for visual excellence, efficiency, or consistency? Align your live content goals with the transformations that you want your customers, your client avatar, your people to have. And when you do that, this makes your lives really, really impactful. It really does help them. So let me go into some examples now. Purpose-driven authenticity. Exactly, Lucia. Exactly. So purpose-driven, it is, we've done that. So let's go back to some examples. For instance, your goal could be to host a weekly live tutorial that enhances the visual excellence of your brand. You could conduct weekly, for example, Q&A sessions for your audience and give them a chance to actually ask you questions. You could even use lives to unveil new products for brands consistency. So basically, you can showcase anything. The possibilities of what a live can do are absolutely limitless. It's up to your imagination. Like yesterday's live I did in this beautiful expo we've all been participating in. It was me having fun, dressed up as one of my entertainment characters, Elfie the Christmas elf, and just showing the fun that something as simple as spreading a little bit of joy can do. So it really is up to you how you use your lives. It's just has the power to do so much for you. But you do need to remember the importance of clarity. The clearer you are about your goals, the more effective your live content will be. It's not just about going live for the sake of going live. It's about the purposeful and intentional broadcasting of your ideas, of your content that will resonate with your audience. So when you have a clarity about your goal, a clarity about the transformation you want to achieve, it really can make your lives impactful for your audience. And that can really increase your brand identity, your visibility, all of that good stuff. Oh, pardon me. So pardon me. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have had a drink before I came live. That's something else to remember. Be careful what you drink. Now, and also water is really good when you're doing live because it helps keep your vocal cords working nicely. That's just a little side tip I've picked up from my entertainment stuff. Now, so let's address some of the common hurdles that many encounter on their live content journey. There's so many of them. Going live can really be intimidating because you're taking yourself and you're putting yourself out there, and that can be incredibly intimidating for some people and incredibly scary because who knows what the trolls are going to say. In all honesty, you shouldn't care about the trolls, because if the trolls have decided to have a go at you, that means you're doing your job right because you're showing them up for doing something that they're too scared to do. So ignore the trolls. That's my best advice on that one. So let's have a look into some of the common fears. It is absolutely normal to feel nervous about going live. Some of the common fears include making mistakes. We're only human. We all make mistakes. You've seen me make a few this morning already. So it doesn't matter. If you're just open and honest with your audience, it really doesn't matter. And they're going to respect the fact that you're human and that you openly admit to being human. It's just normal. So that's one fear. It's a hard one to get over, but once you embrace it, it'll give you the power to do so much more. Another fear is the unknown audience reaction. So sometimes, even if you do not get anybody on your live right there and then, leave it there because you never know. 24 hours later, somebody might watch the replay and still get a benefit from it. So don't let audience, how they're going to react, affect the way you present yourself. Audiences will be who they will be. They will react in a way that is relevant to them. So their reactions, especially if it's negative, is often more about them than it is about you. So once you actually realize that, it gives you that freedom to actually move past. So, and that leads on to the next point, mind shift. My mindset, see, I can't talk today. Mindset shifts. So when you shift your mindset by realizing that the imperfections make you relatable, your audience then values the authenticity over perfection. Embrace the fact that live content is dynamic. And sometimes when you get the hiccups, or in my case today, the burps, it can actually add to the charm of your video. So another way to actually combat fear is with preparation. Familiarize yourself with your content. Test your equipment that you're going to be using. And if needs be, just do a quick rehearsal. Create a safe group where you can go into it if you need to, and just practice the techniques so that you know that you're comfortable doing it. You know that all the technology is working. You understand how to troubleshoot. So the more that you are prepared, by the time you hit that go live button, the more confident you will feel during your live. So now let's have a quick look at understanding the audience. Remember, your audience is likely to be more forgiving than you think. That is so true. You are going to be so much harder on yourself than the audience ever will be. Trust me on that one. They appreciate the genuine efforts and authenticity. Think of your lives maybe as more of a conversation with friends rather than a high-stakes performance. And with your lives, you can actually build a supportive community around your brand. It allows you to engage with your audience before, during, and after your live sessions. And knowing that you've got your audience there, that these people are cheering you on, can be an incredibly powerful motivator. Okay, so let's look into some of the technical aspects for having a smooth broadcast. So ensuring a smooth broadcast, it not only enhances your professionalism, but it also contributes to a positive viewer experience. we're going to explore some of the different types of platform choices, equipments, essentials, and tips for troubleshooting some of the common technical issues. There's always something that you're going to have to ask at some point, but if you do have any problems, feel free to reach out and ask me. So choosing platforms. So firstly, you want to consider the social media platforms that align with your goals. So for you, that might be, okay, do I want to speak to my people on TikTok? Do I want to use Instagram Live? Do I want to use Facebook Live? Do I want to use YouTube Live? You've got to understand which of these platforms is going to allow you to do what you want to do in the best way possible. Each platform does have its strength, whether it's something like the wide reach that Facebook can give you, the engagement of Instagram, or a professional, or for the professional setting, LinkedIn has a live option as well. So basically, you want to show up where your audience is most likely to be the most active. Now, let's have a quick talk about some equipment. Whilst you don't need a professional studio, and if I was to turn my slides off, you would see how unprofessional my office looks at the moment, trust me. You don't need investing in a good microphone and a stable internet connection and some decent lighting will actually significantly enhance the quality of your sessions. And I've got some budget-friendly options for you as well that we can talk about. So you've got your camera placement and background. So for me, I'm in a very, very messy room. So I'm actually using my Zoom virtual backgrounds at the moment because that hides the mess I've got behind me. Sometimes you don't need to do that. Sometimes you see people, they get like a series of curtains and they run a series of curtains around behind them, or they put themselves in front of a blank wall. So long as it's consistent, there's nothing to worry about. Now, also having your camera in a good spot. Now, I know we all get a little concerned about the double chins we get as we get a bit older. One way to help with that is to actually have your camera at an angle above your head, so it's looking down and that hides your double chin underneath. That's one way of doing it, but it also means you're looking up and talking. If you've got a camera like I have, most of the cameras have an inbuilt microphone. Most computers have an inbuilt microphone. And if you're looking up to the camera, your voice is going to the camera as well. Whereas if you're looking down, your voice tends to travel away, and that can sometimes make it harder for people to understand what you are saying. So looking at the camera is a great tip. Now, for those of you who are still a little scared to look at the camera, draw yourself a little smiley face and stick it up there and look at the smiley face. Or put a picture of someone you would love to have a conversation up there so you're looking at them, and that actually helps you engage, make it feel like you're engaging in a conversation. Now, internet stability, that is crucial. A stable internet connection is absolutely crucial. So before going live, if you have to, check that your internet's working, because sometimes, I know in this room that I'm in, sometimes we have problems where my internet just disappears. And other times it works brilliantly. Most of the time it works brilliant, but every now and then, pardon me, we have this problem where it just disappears. So knowing what state your internet is in before you go live is actually kind of crucial. But sometimes I know my Wi-Fi is not going to work, so I will go live using the data on my phone. So make sure you have a backup plan so you can create that streamless stream, for want of a better term. Now, let's have a look at some quick trouble. Oh, I'm going to run out of time here. Let's have a quick at some quick troubleshooting tips. So I'm just going to check and see if there are any more comments. Okay, no, it looks like we're all up to date on the comments. So despite all of these preparations, technical issues will and can arise. So let's have a look at some of the troubleshooting tips, such as discuss having what to do if your audio cuts out or if you experience lag. Being equipped with these solutions prior, or understanding of how it works prior to going live, it actually gives you a lot more confidence during the sessions. So with your make sure you have a look at the platform you are specifically using. So explore the platform's specific features that can enhance your live sessions, such as using polls, questions, collaborating with guests, and sometimes even just leverage these features will actually add an interactive element to your broadcast. But yeah, practice makes perfect. That's all it is. Practice is key. Conduct test runs so that you understand how all the equipment works, how all the programs work. I'm using Zoom to Facebook, and sometimes there is a Zoom Facebook integration issue that we have to change, which might be a simple update to a settings in either Zoom or Facebook. If you're using a third party like StreamYard, sometimes you've got to let your users know to actually allow StreamYard on their Facebook account so that they can you can actually see who they are. So just having those practice sessions beforehand so that you can actually understand how the technology works, it allows you to build that pre-mindset of being able to have a list of technical solutions ready should something go awry. And trust me, eventually something does go awry. Doesn't matter whether it's your first live or your millionth live, somewhere along the line, something does go wrong. And that when you've got that practice and familiarizing yourself with that tech setup, you do actually develop the confidence to fix things on the fly. That's just a wonderful tool that we have is this thing. So let's have a look at planning. It is legit. Always good to have a plan to know how your internet's going and have a backup plan just in case something does go wrong. Okay, so now that we've got through that, let's shift our focus to the heart of your live sessions, the content. Crafting compelling live content is an art form. It involves planning, creativity, and a depth of understanding of your audience. So why is content planning crucial? It ensures that each live session serves a purpose. It provides value. Whether you're offering insights, turn that off. Whether you're offering insights, entertainment, or education, a well thought out plan sets the stage for success. Yeah. I'm not known for having plans because I can talk underwater and I tend to go blah. But sometimes I'm actually having to learn how to structure myself and create more consistent content that way. And it is so important that you do because it creates the consistency. It means you develop that authenticity. It really helps if you have a content plan, especially if you get nerves before. At the moment, I have actually taken the time to prepare all of this, and I've got a script over here that I can refer back to if I need to. So by knowing your audience, what are their interests? What are their pain points? What are their preferences? You can actually tailor your content to resonate with them. Remember, the more your content aligns with their needs, the more engaged they will be. So let's give some examples of different types of engaging content. Oh, I'm going to run out of time here. I'm going to have to get a move on here. I talk too much. I talk way too much. Explore different types of engaging live video content. So one way to do that is to look at what engages you. Because more often than not, as you'll hear Lucia and any good coach say, your ideal contact, your ideal avatar, your ideal client, they're going to be you. So what engages you? What do you watch? That sort of thing can actually help you guide what kind of content to create. It could be as simple as doing a tutorial, a how-to video, some little behind-the-scenes glimpses, interviews, Q&A sessions, invent even interactive challenges, and mixing your content up so you're not doing the same thing all the time. That just keeps them interested and makes them want to come back for more. And so I'm going to have to skip through a few of this. So I might skip through the next slide because we've got so much information. There's just way too much. I could go for hours. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the audience interaction types of activities you've got. So make the audience interaction a priority. Respond to the comments, like I've been over here responding to the comments that come up over here. Acknowledge your viewers by name. Address their questions live. That immediate interaction, it not only makes your audience feel valued, but it adds a personal touch. So when you're utilizing, well, I'll try that again. So another example of some lives can be challenges, giveaways. Inject excitement into your live sessions with challenges and giveaways. It could be a quick contest, like yesterday when I did the Elfie broadcast, we played games. And that's just a way of getting people to interact with you. It could be a quick contest, a trivia challenge, or even a lucky draw, as we'll see Lucia do this afternoon. It not only initiates, but boosts engagement during the live session. It also creates an anticipation for future broadcasts. Oh, I've only got 5 minutes left. So having consistency in your interactions with an audience is key. Whether you go live weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, establish a routine. This helps build a loyal viewership that knows when you're going to be live. And if they know when you're going to be live, it increases your participation rates. It increases the chance that people are actually going to tune into what you're streaming. So another thing you can do is with platforms like Facebook, they can actually provide you some analytics on the types of interactions you had during your live. So they'll tell you when your audience is most likely to be viewing. You can see the age and the demographics of the audience who watches. It can actually give you your engagement rates. It can often they will actually help you work out how best to actually speak to your audience. So looking at all that stuff can actually provide you a lot of information to improve your lives. And don't forget, when you're going live, it's about building community. The more the audience connects and feels connected to you, the business owner, the more invested they become. It's not just about broadcasting. It's about creating a shared experience. And that shared experience is between you and your community. Okay, we're nearly done here, which is good. We might have to skip that one. I was going to have a little bit of a Q&A, but we don't have time for that because I've talked way too much. So let's have a look, see what we've got next. So we'll just do a quick recap and call to action. You always need to have a call to action. I'll come to that in a moment. So some of the important things we've spoken about are setting goals, having a clear understanding of what you need to do or what you're trying to do, who your audience is. Always have a call to action. You're giving them this valuable content. You're helping them. Ask them for something in return. In a moment, I'm going to ask you for something in return. It's always great to have that. It creates that two-way partnership then. Always be welcome to have question time, whether it be in the comments, whether it be live questions like when we were doing. But right now, I need to actually thank you for joining me because I'm about out of time and I picked the wrong set of slides. Okay, so in May, I'll come back and pop the link in the comments. In May, I'm actually going to be doing a 1-hour masterclass that delves further into how you can create lives. I'm going to be going into the technical details, some of the tips. So I've got so many more tips and tricks for live, like the whole glasses thing. That is one very quick, simple tip I can give you. I've got things planned for this live in May. It's not going to be a live, it's going to be an interactive masterclass. So we'll all be in Zoom together. We can talk together. You can ask your questions and I'll do my best to answer them. So please sign up for the waiting list. I'll put the waiting list comment in the link. I'll put the link for the waiting list in the comments in a moment. And I will have to better say goodbye because I could still go for a couple of hours yet, but I can't. I don't have that time. I don't want to hold everyone else's time. So thank you so much for joining me. If you've got any questions, please reach out and I will answer them the best I can. If you need to set up a time with me, put calendar in and I'm happy to go and give you my calendar link so you can have a one-on-one chat with me and I'll ask you questions best I can. But yeah, welcome and welcome. Thank you for this morning and thank you, Lucia, and your amazing team of VAs for this incredible opportunity you've given us all. Thank you and bye for now.